So Deadwing will be the first map in this particular best of 3, guys. Catz versus Terran, who is a Terran. We'll see us in a sec. Or, well, we got no map interest. What's up? How you doing? What up? This is called the load screen. You probably never seen one of these before. Oh man, that Marine looks so sick. It gets worse though. Wait till you see the cigar. All right.
It's a pretty sick Marine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I need a medic. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sick.
Yeah, I love the muscles on the arm too.
Yeah, it's called definition. I don't skip arm day. But okay, guys, Catz versus Terran. Here's the thing about Terran. He's actually from the Chaos Latin Gamers clan, host to like Jim Rising and many other very talented players. So, oddly enough, I don't think Catz is going to have the free walkthrough that we normally expect him to have. You see it now?
No, I see the chat commenting on what it is.
Yo, whatever, chat. All right, you know it's so sick. All right, welcome back, guys, to Copa America. This is the qualifiers. This is the season 3 qualifiers, to be precise. Day number 2. Spawning in the top right corner of the map from the Chaos Latin Gamers, it is none other than the blue Terran. Well, Terran.
In the bottom left, is the red Zerg. It is Root Catz.
Okay, so there's an anime called One Piece, right?
Is there?
And one of the bad guys, quote unquote, is this sort of like fighter guy named Smoker. And in the Japanese version, whatever, he's always smoking like 2 cigars at a time or something, right? So to like PC it up for like the American audience, they like edit out the cigars, right? Because they don't want to promote smoking. So they don't fix the mouth though. So he's just always walking around with his mouth kind of like, you know, that grit, like he's got cigars in his mouth, but you can't see them.
It can never be as bad as Sailor Uranus and what was it, Sailor Jupiter? No, Jupiter's a normal one. No.
Oh, yeah,
you know that
Neptune
story though,
and
right?
Saturn were like the lesbian ones, right, or whatever. Or
No, I thought Uranus was actually one of them.
I don't remember the names of which. This the one that would look like a dude, right? The short hair.
And Neptune.
Yo, by the
cousins.
way, don't even talk about Jupiter. Was like my waifu, my first waifu. Before I
It
knew
was
what a
Neptune
waifu
and
was.
Uranus.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, so like they were like made cousins in the like American version, but they had some totally lesbian moments.
Awkward. All right, so getting into the game here, focusing on what is actually going on, guys. This is not a screw around game for Catz, who's let's be honest, had a bit of an easy, I'd say, adventure in Copa America so far. We saw him second place season 1. We saw him third place season 2. He's a very talented player. He's got weird builds up his sleeve, and he's the captain of Root Gaming, for goodness sake. But one of the things about this is Terran's not a player who's going to let him just walk by here in the qualifiers. This is only the second round, no less. So far off from the actual qualifying match, I have to say, and I'll say this with quite big confidence, were Catz to lose this series, that would be an upset.
I thought this drone might be doing some weird stuff.
Nah, I just got trapped in the base.
BM.
Hey, it's like teasing him. It's like, oh, you want out? You want out? I don't think so. I don't think so.
I'm just kidding. You went out? Nah, I'm just kidding.
So one of the things here, though, for Catz is like he is the guy who might go for a proxy in base hatchery if you do something like this to him. On the other hand, though, like kind of the same boat as Major. Like while it would be a big upset and a huge win for someone like Terran to win, God, I love saying that. It wouldn't be the end of Catz's career. I'm pretty sure with a second place and a third place finish, he's almost guaranteed to make the final season, the one with all of the money for Copa America.
Probably, yeah. But you know, it's not like a definite shoe-in, I guess, which is why, like, you know, for instance, Major maybe didn't really like set his alarm that he wasn't super paranoid about waking up or something, didn't show up yesterday, but he knows that he's in, so you know, I wonder, like, did it really matter? But Cat's still a little undetermined. It's kind of like being number 17 at BlizzCon.
You say it doesn't matter, but I mean, there is $1,000 in every season's prize pool up until the final season.
It is a rather lengthy process, though. I mean,
it is, but you got to consider, like, it's you almost play the same amount of games as if you were doing like a regular like Zotac Cup or something. The difference is it's just spread out way time-wise.
Yeah. And you know, you can always argue that it's still good practice. Well, later on, I suppose.
Yeah, later on.
Sometimes these open brackets, these qualifiers don't. I don't know. It's the last game, right? But, anyways, Terran, going for just
Kerrigan?
Stanfield.
Kerrigan?
Kerrigan. All right.
You know, at first I didn't care, but then you made me care again.
Ah. Oh, why did that use that in Heart of the Swarm? Sarah. At first I didn't care.
Sarah, I lost all hope, but then you made me care again. Oh no, I guess she would be the one saying it like, so Jim, you made me lose all hope.
You should have put that in there.
We should have been
like
writers. Yo, are they still hiring writers for Legacy of the Void? I'm just saying, like, we could be.
Just hire us, all right? No, it could at least have been one of those things that like you like, clicked on like a 6 times and they were like they said that. Oh
yeah, like the
best
Easter
ideas.
eggs. Those are my favorite things about Blizzard and like Blizzard in general, not just StarCraft 2. Like history of every game. For those who don't know, if you click on a unit a lot of times, whether it's Warcraft, StarCraft, or whatever, like they will actually start responding with really stupid messages. I think my favorite of all time has got to be the Acolyte from Warcraft 3, whatever. He's got the same voice actor as the Zealot, so it's like if you click on him a bunch, normally he says "My life for Ner'zhul," but he'll go like "My life for Ner'zhul."
Oh yeah, I actually knew that one. Oh, nice catch by Catz right here. I really like the Stalkers because they get really weird after the 4th click.
Yeah. Sadly, this won't quite kill that Heli. I was hoping he would get it, but nope. Catz actually doesn't quite take that last one down, so not a devastating loss by any means. It's a couple of lings. I mean, obviously behind the resources loss, but does soften the blow up. So these aren't going to be pushing up northwards anytime soon. The Queens could easily execute any that were left over.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good. I mean, for as low amount of Zerglings as that was, that should have been free Zerglings, not any damage whatsoever. You know, much less kills. Surprisingly, no shenanigans from either player. You know, Terran, he's on KLG, which is a pretty good clan. Cast a couple of their his teammates, I guess. And it's still, you know, going against a pro gamer, and you don't really have that. I don't know, right? Like you could think that you're Grandmaster 1 and you're as good as a pro gamer, but maybe you still don't have that. I guess tournament experience would be what I'm looking for here.
Maybe.
But you're still a little shy against pro gamers, so you're not nearly as confident. And usually that's why we see people try some different things, you know, when they're thinking maybe I can't do it, but nope. Terran just completely like, no, I'm fine, whatever.
Yo, so much out to Eric Arcana, by the way, who tweeted the picture. I guess they took a screenshot of our doodles and tweeted them. Oh
yeah. Catz is actually building 2 baneling nests. That's a mistake.
If it was anyone else in the world, we would say a mistake, but it's Cat. Okay, Catz one. No, he lets it finish. Never mind. I was gonna say if it was anyone else in the world, it's a mistake. But if it's Catz, it's probably on purpose. If we're gonna be honest.
Well, here's what happens, right? He knows that there's gonna be a drop in the main.
Right, and he's like getting ahead of this. Rather than build the bailiness later when he doesn't have money, he builds the second one now. When he does, it's an investment in his future.
And when Terran kills the first bailing nest and thinks, "Aha, he doesn't have any more bailings," Catz has bailings. The master plan is revealed.
I was hoping we would cancel that. But okay, he's got 2 bailing nests. Maybe he'll double upgrade. Oh wait.
Oh, and he's severely supply block too. Make more overlords.
Alright, well he secures the 3rd. I like he's taking down these back rocks. I'm really curious to see how far he goes with this though. There's not really a lot of Terran players who are willing to abuse that with drops. There's a select few who'll build those tanks, right? But hardly the common go-to as far as strategies.
A lot of lings going over to the other side of the map. Actually decided to go for the Hellions instead. They could get roasted. Terran was on top of this.
Decent catch. Just a lot of lings, but yo, it feels so. I'm not gonna lie. It just feels like we're being lazy. Like, you know, normally when we don't have to say someone's name where it's like complicated, we'll be like the blue Terran player or like the Terran. We're just sitting here like talking about Terran, and we're like actually talking about Terran. I just feel so lazy, but
I think I'm actually already past it. It feels natural on the tongue. Terran is doing this. Terran is doing that.
Terran's looking pretty good right now. David Kim, stay away.
Oh, those lings actually did not do a great job against the Hellions. The Hellions are still going to be there. They're going to be able to transform into Hellbats should Terran go into that style. Although he's building wood mine, so I guess not.
I would like to bring attention to the fact that Catz did make Mutalisks, but off of 3 bases, so somewhat unconventional for him.
He's even getting a 4th. What's up?
He waited 4 bases too long to make these mutas. But no, also we are joking around. But Catz is he's been forced to play a bit of a normal game, bring out his A game and actually try his hardest. I mean, there was that moment on Red Bull 2 where he was goofing around and he's like off racing his Terran and almost he did lose. I remember that. you can joke around and have fun, and Catz certainly can, and is one of the few people who can and will do that, but not right now. He's got to worry about these Hellbats coming up on his base. Those mutas need to turn around and come back home because he doesn't have enough banelings to deal with this.
Yeah, pushing so far into creep is very dangerous. I don't really know if I agree. Catz only had a couple of banelings though. Still has some more for you in. Tries to get on top of them, but she's no.
Good banelings. Oh, that pickup though.
Even with that pickup, I still think he lost too much, right? Like, that should have been no kills, or, you know, that should have been 2 full medevacs picked up, and instead it was just 1. So, a little miscontrolled right there, but still takes a good trade.
And actually even catches the Marines bleeding out of the medevac as well, so does get all of the kills at the end. Perhaps not just down to the south, but eventually. He's playing a long con.
Terran already on the way to the Thor production. Does not have a lot of Marines, though. Oh, there they come. A little weird.
Terran's looking a little underpowered right now. Terran's army just isn't so good versus Zerg.
And then someone posts, like, these guys are so biased to Terran. Well,
Terran,
you know,
Terran
really
actually has a pretty
player.
high supply lead, all joking aside. So he's looking good coming forward here into Catz. Catz doesn't have a lot of banelings, but he does have speed, which is the most important thing. This third base could easily be harassed without too much of a dedication. Catz was sending a small amount of banelings forward, not quite getting the hits that I think he was looking for.
Oh, this isn't gonna work out. They're actually, these are all the only things he has left.
So
Catz, make banelings. See what's gonna overrun with lings. I guess it's gonna work too.
So I'm all for Terran doing well, but one thing that I don't understand, Widow Mines don't friendly fire each other, and the reason is because the splash can't reach underground, but the damage is arguably more explosive than that of a Baneling. So why does a Baneling's explosion reach underground to hit the Widow Mines?
Maybe the acid soaked into the ground.
That fast?
Sure.
Wow.
They're not that burrowed. They're not that shallow.
Were they burrowed to
They
a
are
sponge? Like, what the hell?
Maybe because it's on creep. Okay, I don't know. Shut up.
Okay, well, let's flock on top of this. There
Why
is
would you?
a Thor
I was
out,
so
but-
afraid when he's running away from that. I was like, nope, take that
Yeah.
fight.
Well, as you say, there's Widow Mines, there's Marines, there's a Thor. Let's here towards the third base. But Catz is not only taking a fourth, he's taking a fifth behind this. You know, this is something Catz does excel at. Whether it's ZVZ, PVZ, TVZ, he's really good at getting extra bases out. Doesn't get stuck on 3 like we see so often. It tends to be for a lot of players. So, yeah, he's yielding this base slowly, but he just goes to mine elsewhere.
Terran is actually really low on SCVs, and I'm not sure why. His main and his natural are not very saturated at all.
He just hasn't
But
built
his main's
much.
few.
He hasn't lost any in
Yeah.
this game. He just hasn't built much. So.
Yeah, it's
Bit
only
of a-
56. I wonder.
Bit of
why.
a Lily Kitty complex as he slows down the game.
Yeah, that
Ooh,
fight went
that's
absolutely
a lot
terrible.
of banelings racing into that Thor, though.
Yeah, it is, but Catz still took like a really great engagement, and you know, I don't want to entirely blame the SCVs, but I'm going to entirely blame the SCVs on this this low production value from Terran.
I'm not saying he's Terran, but he's Terran.
No, it's just that, like, I don't know, he's not cranking out, I guess, as much production as you would have expected someone who's on 3 going on 4 bases.
No, get it? Because that's his name. Ha.
Yeah, I think we got that.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah,
It's really
making sure.
imperative that you did, and I have to make sure that was the case. I like that he's actually segmenting the banelings off, by the way. Not sending them in all at once tends to be the case. That's where you get that massive explosion of a Widowmine hit, but decent damage does get done. Chases some more SCVs over here to the side. His already low SCV count becomes lower, almost at half the worker supply that of Catz.
Still don't understand why. It had to have been a misstep, right? Like, usually 65 is the absolutely perfect place.
Ooh,
Oh,
that
what am I-
Widowmine hit, yeah.
Yeah, but 65 is pretty perfect, or 62 actually. I think it's like absolutely perfect. You don't get the 6th gas in TVZ, but anyways, he wasn't anywhere close to that. Now, I'm just gonna lose the game. Yeah, Terran. If he was going to be so greedy and get like this 4th command center, I guess it wasn't like, you know, really stupidly early, but it was kind of early. We see a lot of Terran players really focus on 3 base aggression for a long time. I'm surprised that he was so keen on being aggressive before like 160 supply. I think that push out was like 140 or something.
Wow, I just got called Dimwit on stream, by the way, in relation to the Widowmine talk. It's super acid, Dimwit. Go zombie girl.
Yeah! Thank you, chat.
Wow. I hate Copa America. I'm never coming back, man. Like, and this will definitely be used out of context at some point, somewhere down the line. Well, Catz looking to be in a pretty alright spot, I think it's safe to say. Taking down not one but two bases of his opponents. Infestation pit on the way. I mean, Terran looked good at the start of this game, but Terran doesn't look so good at the late game.
What else is new? Am I right? Get it? Cause Terran. All right.
Well, that one famous person died recently.
What?
You asking what's new? I mean,
Oh, very funny. Why are you gonna be like that, Rifkin? Terran's still on 3 bases. I guess he did save. No, we actually just lifted the orbital. Okay, so he didn't save the planetary. So he's on 2 bases. 2 bases.
this is a lot of banelings. 26 currently, another 18 coming. I mean, off of creep normally is a big no-no. Even with these great woodmine connections, it's just still too much. Catz has absolutely got this game in the bag. Some of the cat's out of the bag. I don't even know if I used that properly. It doesn't matter. His name is Catz.
I don't think so.
His name is Catz, and that's all I care about.
Yeah, yeah. Catz is now maxed out. Lings are coming across the map. There is a drop in the natural that Terran's like trying to do a lot with. And you know what? Drones are fighting, so he's getting a lot of drone kills. But that just brings like, okay, instead of 80s at 74 drones. Like, okay.
Yeah, I mean the drop's the right moves, but it's too late in the game.
I do like the fact that Terran did go ahead and try and get a lot of production, or factory production, that is. You know, I got a second factory very early. The third factory came out where some people just don't never get a third factory. He was going to go for a lot of factory units, but never got the chance.
All right, well, sorry, I took a big stretch there as we got out of the game. Number 1 goes to Catz.
Game 2 will be on King Sejong.
See if we can host this without things freaking out on me this time.
You know, in my Korean class, if we have a quiz, you know, like just a general quiz, I am totally going to get the King Sejong thing correct every single time.
I'm going to invite you, and can you invite them?
Yeah, Major always talks about the guy because he's like really famous, you know, really good emperor or whatever. And I'm like, Station, King Sejong Station. I got it. Good. Soon I'm gonna remember.
Go on.
What?
Suggest players.
I'm trying.
Okay.
Bro, I'm getting there. Terran was invited.
I probably have Catz on my friends list. I should check that.
I got it.
Okay.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
No, you.
Zombie, please. You're welcome.
Okay.
Alright, this is the double go-goes. Fantastic. Alright, here we go into King Sejong, guys. I'm so tired, Zombie. I keep trying to go to map intros, though. I'm just so tired. Oh, we've been cast since 4 a.m. this morning, guys. I'm gonna ask kindly that you guys forgive me in advance here, because we're getting to that point of like stupid tired, or at least I am. I don't know about Zombie Grub.
I'm not like slumping and like being totally down, but my mind really isn't working as fast as it usually is.
That's how I feel. It's and I got the giggles when I shouldn't. My jokes are already hilarious. I know, but
no, they aren't. But I haven't gotten to the giggles yet.
Galley giggles. Alright, something's around. Welcome back to Copa America. I know this isn't the overlay you guys are used to seeing. Once again, we had some technical problems, but I hope you guys are sitting back and enjoying nonetheless. As we get to game number 2 here, this best of 3 between Catz and Terran. It's worth noting that this is not a qualifying match by any means, but us continuing to advance here in the brackets. If you want to see the brackets, you can actually go to the Copa America website, copaamerica.starcraft2.com/brackets, to take a look at what's going on. Players like Huck, of course, Catz, Goes Too Dark, and many others to be named are playing tonight, and of course Rough lurking somewhere in those brackets with some fun games for sure. But getting to this one, spawning here in the top left corner of the map from Chaos Latin Gamers, it is none other than the blue Terran. Well, Terran. So weird to say.
It is. In the bottom right, the red Zerg. It is Root Catz.
Root for root. I really think other teams need to come up with slogans. They're just really fun to say. Like, there are some days I just really could not care less about root, but I will always be like root for root just because it's fun to say.
Yeah, you can't really do anything with Axiom, you know, like
Axe for yum. Nope.
No, not really feeling that one. Even though we love Axiom, there's no like.
Let me ask you a question.
Shut up. Ask him a question.
Not her, but him.
Yeah.
Not here, but him.
Okay, so Terran last game. I mean, he looks pretty strong up until like 12 minutes, and then that SCV count was just too low. And it wasn't like, okay, there's actually this thing that Ryung was doing a couple times in a bunch of qualifiers, where it was almost like you would call it like a fake third, where he got a third like really early on, it's like a 3cc like normal, but he actually wouldn't produce entirely out of it. He would only go up to like 48 SCVs.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then push off of it. You remember that. But the thing is, like, Terran wasn't doing that. First of all, it wasn't like 48 SCVs, it was like 55, like a really odd number to have. And he also got that really fast fourth expand, so he was obviously trying to play an economic game, just not on good saturation. And that's got to have been a mistake, you know, like he just like the muscle memory, because usually you stop because you feel it's the right time to stop producing SCVs, and something happened that threw him off.
Everyone in chat right now, if you could, this message, do us a favor. I want to see that flooded, or I don't want to see it flooded, whatever encourages you to rate it more. But okay, so the thing I can't help but wonder too is like Catz, he's actually had a pretty rough. It's funny, even though he's gotten far in Copa America, there's been a lot of instances where he's almost lost to really weird things. And coming up against a player like Terran, I think he knows he can't screw around. So we are seeing normal builds out of him, which on one hand is a little bit disappointing from the fan point of view, because you love seeing the weird stuff out of Catz. He's one of the few to do it. But we also love seeing Catz win, so he can go on to do weird stuff later on. It's worth noting that right now this match, like I said, is not a qualifying match, but the next one will be. And Catz will play against the winner of Egg versus Drit Pit. Who?
Sounds like not just the egg thing. It just sounds like a really gross matchup.
Well, it's PVZ, so it is a gross matchup. You know what I'm saying?
It's like egg versus drip pit. It sounds like a drip pit. Like your pits are sweaty. Ugh. Eggs. It's worse than a mayo egg.
Ugh. Alright, so one of the things though, I mean, and this is kind of going back to what I was just talking about a moment ago for Catz, is, I mean, he is the favorite. It would be a little bit disappointing to his fans, but also I think to him to not get to the at least group stages for Copa America again.
Yeah. I mean, to not get into at least top 4 would be kind of a disappointment, honestly. I guess there is like some stiff whoops, I misheard those Reapers. There is some stiff competition that just didn't actually show up in when it came to actually like the group stage, you know, like, or I guess like the second group stage. I forget how it goes, right? But anyways, like I don't think Catz had to face Suppy, because Suppy actually got knocked out surprisingly early, for instance. So maybe if we get everyone we expect to, but we already haven't, because Killer and Major both did not show up.
Right? I mean, this season, it's funny, because Major is not in this season, like, you just have to understand, Major's out. There's no second chance for it. I think because Major's out, this opens up a whole new world of possibilities for somebody to take first place. Normally, we would assume and say, oh, Catz has got this as the successor, right? But all of a sudden, these players who might actually be capable of beating Catz, that were normally beat out by Major, suddenly actually have a chance to come and beat someone like Catz or Desro, the second place finishers of Copa America thus far.
Yeah. Which, I mean, a lot of people, like, it kind of, I don't know, you could kind of hype up the story of Major just being the champion of Copa America, but a lot of people seem to be happy that there might be another storyline to follow, except the, oh, who is he gonna 4-1 or 4-0 in the finals this time? Because that's what everyone expected, and so far he's held good on that promise. But not this time. Got to find a new champion. I'm really am looking forward to seeing a bracket that we expected, though. Like, you know, last time even Huck got like thrown out last time before facing Catz, I think. So just like surprising losses from the players we think would be in top 8. Makes room for really cool people like B-Lord, though. That's for sure.
Wow, there's always that one guy in Fezza who's got to wreck it for the rest of us. Thanks a lot, Fezza. Shout out to Fezza, by the way. Those of you who do not know who Fezza is, he's like #1 observer in the world. Forget that Funka guy.
I have no strong feelings. I'm not taking sides here.
This is an observer. I have no feelings whatsoever about these people.
Hey, that's not true.
They're not
I
even.
respect observers.
They're not even people.
Oh my god. You're so. What would that even be? Like you're so jobist?
Yeah, I'm a jobist. You know, this will be one of those things too where someone like remembers this. I'll finally like get my big casting gig forever from now, and I'll be like on stream like, can we see the bottom left? The camera will just be like, nope. Like just shakes back and forth like, Oh,
I wish that'd be hilarious.
I'll remember back to this day.
I remember this. Don't.
Yeah, I would love if that was like the case, because you know there are times where Apollo will be like, you know, Fezza, can we see the top right? And he's just like, yeah, sure, but doesn't go. Just like yes, but doesn't actually go up there.
Really? I haven't noticed that. So that's kind of weird. It's kind of funny. Well, Catz is getting. I think he's getting a little bit earlier mutas than last time. It's, you know, it's pretty much, it's going to sync up with the usual medevac timing, so I think Terran just won't have that opportunity to drop as much as he did last time.
Mutas work so well on this map, though, too. Like, let's not forget, we see some crazy comebacks to this game, and I'm not talking just Koreans, but like all types of comebacks come back through Mutas on this map more so than others.
Yeah, very true. They're very powerful just because of that little like crevice in between what would have been your fourth and your natural is so handy to attack. There's a lot of counterattack opportunities when it gets to 3 or 4 bases. And that's how Zerg comes back, is with mutas and counterattacks. Long gone are the days where like fungals brought you back into the game, which is honestly much better. Counterattacks are much more exciting.
They are, because the fungal growth, like the thing with fungal growth, it literally stops you from doing anything. It's so not enticing watching an army just sit there and slowly die.
I'd like that it's a projectile now, but would you have actually think it was okay if it was not a projectile, but it only slowed, not stopped?
I was kind of in favor of that a while ago. They got that sort of effect in Starbow, which is kind of interesting to see. But what I think I would have rather have seen nowadays is keep it a projectile, make it not root, but just do like way more damage. I don't know.
Like not root at all? Like not even a slow?
No, just make it do more damage. Make it worth casting.
Interesting.
Because I mean, there's some situations where it's good that it roots, right? And we always talk about like it's good for shutting down Blink Stalkers, but should a spell like that really only have one use in the game? I think it should like have more. Because I mean, like let's be honest, Terran have EMP, that's great. We got nukes as well, whatever. You've got storms out of Protoss, but like what good AoE is there for Zerg? Like Banelings, I guess that's cool, but that's a unit you have to spend so much into, and you lose it forever afterwards.
Yeah, they are the suicidal splash, so that doesn't quite. It's not quite the same, right? But
don't listen to me. My balance changes are never good, especially when I'm tired.
Theory changes aside. Theory talk aside. Terran again. He's in a good position, and now
the Hellions respond. The Hellions are like, get out of here, Mutalists!
And they do. But he's now at 61 workers, which is, you know, it's actually still not perfect, but it's pretty close. I think I said 62 is actually perfect because you don't get the 6th gas at the 3rd. Whatever. He's much better off than he was last time. Even like those 9 or 10 SCVs doesn't seem like a big difference. It really is, because you're supposed to be like powering up right now as a Terran player. You know, starting that like endless push and reinforcement that the Zerg player with their suicidal banelings just get really tired of fighting against. They run out of energy. They run out of gas before the Terran gives up. But also going for a fairly fast 4th. Playing a very economical game, as well as is that the 3rd factory already? Wow, very, very factory heavy.
Wow, the industry must be booming here with the potential of, well...
Is this the Industrial Revolution? Because that's a lot of factories. Oh, new choke.
You stole my joke. That's what I was setting up for, man. What?
I called the trademark.
You kill stealed me. Way to go! I'm the carry.
No.
What are you doing, stupid
There was
support?
no. I completely started it too. Oh, whoa! Walked into the banelings. Good job. Are you just not gonna talk now? Are you so mad?
I'm just a little bit salty, so straight up PJ salt. This attack in the back is actually not going too poorly. Terran, man, get a computer, please. Oh, those banelings. Oh, nice pickup, actually. I thought those all died for a second, but the pickup at the medevac was actually pretty nice. Lots more mutilates and a lot more banelings coming through, though, and Terran certainly doesn't have enough to stop this.
Everything is going to get cleaned up. Medevac concludes, and Terran dips down way in supply. His production will probably let him survive, but that's always, like, I don't know, like, these missions always look so good, and then you just, they're not nearly as good as you imagined. It still really comes down to a straight-up fight on and off creep that really wins Terran a game, not these like clever little positions we see Terran try and hold. And well, actually the Widow Mines, they don't really add a lot when it's just Widow Mine, because obviously everything explodes on 4 banelings.
Well, he actually just killed all the lings with this, so it wasn't too bad, but sadly nothing left to deal with the mutas is the problem.
Well, the Thor is actually still alive. He managed to save it, I think, with the medevac pull, and Marine's still alive as well. So the mutas will not end this game. And remember that Terran did get a very fast fourth. There's also a drop of third. Doesn't do too much damage, but it's very annoying as it drops on the high ground.
Okay, so everyone's getting mad at me because I'm saying there's like no AoE for Zerg. I understand that fungal growth is currently an AoE, guys, but it hits for 30. It's 30 over like 5 seconds. It's really not a lot of damage, is my point.
Yeah, I don't even feel the need to defend you. I feel like they missed the point, but whatever.
Yeah.
Whatevs, guys, whatevs.
You know what? Let's just bring Broodlord Infestor back. Let's get the Mothership Core Vortex.
The truth of the matter is that no one wants Infestors because all we know about it is Broodlord Infestor. Like, you know, any buff just brings back horde memories.
You know what? The one thing I never agreed with, like the Neural Parasite needs to be reverted. That needs to have its range again. There's no way to effectively use it right now. Catz and Hyun are the 2 players I've ever seen in the last year and a half of StarCraft2 effectively use Neural Parasite, aside from funny situations and jokes, like in actual competitive play. Oh my god, these mutas though. Sitting there on 29, not too bad. Even able to deal with the Marines, that's a rare sight to see.
Yeah, but this is what we were used to. TVZ constantly transforming. It's kind of like gone away from the mass mutas just winning out the games. But, you know, Catz bringing it back a little bit. And on a map that very much so is good for it. The fact that they can go balance between the 4th and the natural and can't be stopped. Like, yeah, it's very annoying.
I gotta give some credit though. Terran's been very quick with his responses this game. Like, yeah, there's been a lot of pretty weird engagements. There hasn't been God mode splits. We're not seeing the next MMA by any means, but things like pulling SCVs and moving the armies to the right positions. He's never really been bad at responding. It's just Catz is outplaying him. Is kind of what it comes down to.
Well, those command centers are actually going to die.
Yeah.
No saving that. The mutas have +2 now as well, where Terran... Oh, Terran forgot the +3 weapons. He's getting only +3 armor, which is actually the least useful one you can get.
Yeah, he's getting some okay connects on the SCVs, but these ones are actually pretty good as they do go down towards the end there. 26 workers have been killed so far over the course of this game.
Yeah, down to 38 workers. I mean, he is on 2.5 bases, but that's still not... 38 doesn't cover it enough.
It's caught a little bit off guard here.
Okay, so he loses Spire. But I mean, as long as he doesn't lose the mutas, he has 36. I think he's okay.
Oh, those banelings though. Those banelings though. You go off on the Thor a little bit wastefully here towards the end of this, but there's so many mutas at this point. Even with one Thor and a lot of Marines, these mutas I think could still engage, but Catz doesn't want to throw this.
Yeah, well, give up the natural, wait a little bit for some lings, and you squash the army, and you just continue like you were. Definitely remake the Spire and the Baneling Nest, though. You know, this is where you would need that second Baneling Nest. Wrong game. Wrong game.
Well, looking for a way to engage this. I mean, he does have a huge Mutalisk count. The stack is insane, 34, but still, without Baneling support, there's no way to get in this, and he wasted... I can't go back. He's wasted so many of these on Thors to this point.
That one Buddha mine hit. I should have clicked on to see how many Banelings it hit, but it did a lot. Like I said, though, just wait a little bit and you'll be able to clean up this army entirely and Terran without a good economy.
He loses the medevacs too. I'd say that's the most devastating part about this.
Well, he dips below 100 supply. Not so good.
No, and he doesn't have the money to build... Like, he's got actually the money. He doesn't have the gas to build that many medevacs is the problem. Be 100 gas each. That limits you so hardcore.
Yeah, it does. Trying to rebuild his economy. Seems to only have 2 of his command centers hotkeyed though. There should be triple SE production, not 2 SE production. Least of his worries though. The worries go into the fact that he's half of Cat's supply.
Man, do you remember that crazy changeling bug we found? I wonder if that's been fixed.
But not only on one game. That was on the base HDD game heart, I thought.
No, it was all game hearts.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because they're talking about how like no one ever noticed it before.
Yeah, we're like.
Oh, that was the graph game heart. I thought there was something different about it.
No. It was all game heart. It had something to do with the stronger team colors. I wonder if that's been fixed though. We'll have to check that later. Planetary Fortress gets quite a few kills on it, but it is going to die to the Mutos. 35 kills on it. There we go. There's 36. Oh, I'm like a predictor guy here. An oracle proceeding. And 10 ultras. How do you feel about 10 ultras versus 31 supplies, Zombie Group?
Actually, this is a great situation where you would go for ultras. When you're, quadrupling your opponent's supply, that's when you go for the ultras.
The one time you can go for ultras and not throw the game. Is that what I'm hearing? GG. Well played. Catz will take the series 2-0 and advance to his qualifying match.